Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. My name is Kimiko Sumi, and today, this evening, I want to do a video about an experience that I had years ago when I lived in Los Angeles. Well, I remember I was staying at a shelter in Pasadena, California. And it was a shelter called the Union Station Shelter. And I remember it was the daytime when you could no longer sleep. And I didn't like to really hang around the shelter that much, even though they had a day shelter and they would allow people to function around it like it was home. Like they would give you lockers, they had showers, they had different things. And there was actually a shelter upstairs for those who were able to get a bed and whatnot, and they could actually sleep all day long. So since I slept on mats downstairs, because that's the only thing of the shelter that I could get along with the caseworkers. So basically I decided to leave the shelter, and I ended up in Koreatown in LA. And I was so exhausted. I remember I was just so tired. And I went to this park down the street. I believe it was off of Wilshire Boulevard. It was off of Wilshire Boulevard. And I went to this park. I was trying to rest in the grass. Like initially nobody was there. But I kind of was trying to rest in the grass because there wasn't really anybody there. I don't think there was anybody there at first. Then I saw this guy. He was kind of cute, but he stayed his distance because I guess he knew that I didn't really want to talk. And plus I wasn't even looking that good that day anyways. I was not looking that good. I didn't have no makeup on. I think I didn't even have a wig on at that point. Nothing. So I was just laying in the grass, and something told me to get up, and I laid somewhere else in the grass. And I don't know if it was my delusion, but it seemed like the grass almost felt like that. It almost seemed like the grass was going to suck me in or something. I got very scared. I was relaxing, but I couldn't actually sleep because I was afraid of the grass. And then other people started coming to the little park, and then I could see people walking their dogs and stuff. Like a lot of people showed up not as soon as I got there, but it didn't take long before they also showed up at the park. So I was getting scared of the grass, and I was so tired. I was so exhausted, and I hate being tired. During that time, I don't even know why I wasn't drinking coffee consistently, because that should have been the main time where I was drinking coffee. I couldn't get it. But something told me, because I had money, that go over to that Starbucks. Try to get the strength up to walk over to that Starbucks. It was close by, but since I was so exhausted, it seemed like it was a struggle. But I managed to get to the Starbucks. And y'all, that coffee tasted weird, but I drank it anyway. The coffee tasted so weird. It had a weird, strange, I don't know, it just seemed demonic, something about it, but I drank it anyway, and it gave me enough energy to where I could get on the bus, and I think I kind of relaxed a little bit and kind of rested a little bit on the bus window, and then I decided to get off somewhere. I don't really recognize that area, but I think it might have been in, what is it called, MacArthur Park, and I got off the bus, and I went to this burrito spot, or this Mexican restaurant, and I got a burrito and I think some fries or something like that, and a tall drink. And y'all, do you know I sat by the corner, and when I bit into it, I couldn't even taste it at all. I couldn't enjoy it at all. I literally could not taste it, not because I was sick or anything like that. I literally could not taste it. I couldn't drink the soda. It was just it was the weirdest thing. And I know it was attached to something demonic probably, but that was just the weirdest. It was just weird. But I think I still had that weird taste in my mouth. It was just weird. And I think later on that day, just a lot of evil stuff started happening. It was just the weirdest moments. I remember that whole day. And what that day ended up with me, I don't know if it was delusion or what, but I ended up like walking down the street in Santa Monica, downtown Santa Monica, without clothes on, y'all. And I even have a mugshot of me looking crazy. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on. My mind was definitely playing tricks on me that day. Now, I don't do drugs. I never did do drugs. I wasn't drunk or anything. And I was actually taking my medication. It's just that, I don't know, maybe I was so delirious or tired that I was hearing voices, and they were telling me that the mothership was coming and that I should take off all my clothes because I wouldn't need them. But nobody ever, violated me or anything like that. But thankfully they didn't. They couldn't, because I'm still aware enough to where I would probably fight them off. So I was defensive during that time too. Like, I wasn't. It was like, but the police pulled up shortly after. I guess somebody called the police, and they shortly after came and picked me up. They put this paper on me, like this paper, like clothing on me to cover up my body, and I didn't resist. I let them, handcuff me, and they took me to the police station and whatnot. But I'm not gonna even lie, y'all. When I was at the police station, I got very scared. I got very, very scared, and I was desperate to get out the cell and whatnot. It was just scary. It was just a lot of fear. I was afraid of the cell, and that's not the first time that happened. Like, that was actually the first time I ever got arrested for actually, what is it called? Breaking the law in any kind of way. But I've been in jail cells, but that was only because they needed to put me there while they was waiting on me for a bed in a psychiatric hospital. So I wasn't actually doing any crimes or nothing like that. Now, I think it was one other time in South Central where I actually did get arrested, but it was only that they wasn't even really arresting me. They never booked me. I only got booked once in LA, and that was for me walking down the street without my clothes on. And I can't believe I did that. I actually thought that I was going to be able to ride the bus naked, y'all. Like, I still remember what I was thinking, but I was very, like, your mind can play tricks on you. Like I said, again, I've never done drugs. I've never even smoked weed. I wouldn't even go near the weed dispensaries, y'all. I wouldn't. That little green medical sign or whatever, that first aid green at them little corner. And I'm not knocking nobody for doing that, but I've never done drugs. I wasn't even drunk that day. It was just a lot of games in my mind. It was a lot. I was deluded. I was thinking that a ship was coming to save me, all types of stuff. It was probably because of exhaustion too. I was probably very exhausted. And, that's when just a lot of things happened. Just a lot of things. I was dealing with the people that were at the shelter. Now, most of them people were drug addicts and stuff. Don't get me wrong, and had mental issues because of the drugs that they use. I never had that problem. I just have a legit mental illness, like it's inherited, like it's actually genetics that I have schizophrenia and other mental illnesses. So I've never done drugs or anything like that to bring it on. Although homelessness did bring on my schizophrenia. Like, it's just been a lot of, struggles throughout the years. And I'm kind of just talking about it to, just try to understand what I've been going through. I've been going through a lot of things, like setbacks, different things. Like, I've been trying so hard to overcome my obstacles and heal my fundamental darkness in Nichiren Buddhism. And it is the right religion. It is. And you know what? Actually, there's a Buddhist culture center that's very nice across the street from Santa Monica Pier. And I just feel so bad. I don't want to be a bad representation of the SGI. That's something that I'm very serious about. I want to be the model for Kosen Rufu. Okay? I don't want to be, doing bad. I don't want people to get the wrong impression about me, okay? I know that people can misunderstand me, but trust me, I do have good intentions. I try to have good intentions, at least for people. Like, I'm not trying to, harm anybody, nothing like that. I want to be a good representation for this world. I want to be a model for the world, okay? Or one of them, okay? So basically, this is just my video. I was kind of being like cathartic, I think, and just kind of just, looking back and wondering, maybe how I could have done things different and what was going on. I'm just trying to figure it out. But anyway, y'all, so I hope you like this video. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, share my video, hit the notification bell if you like. And I will see y'all in another video, my lotus flowers. And for my upcoming lotus flowers, welcome to my channel. And I will see y'all in another one. Peace. Bye-bye.